Shut up and sit down.
So the upper stuff right here don't really need to be took apart right now, so I'm just going to take it over and put it in the storage. But now I have to take off the lower control arm all the way. And up on top, the shims. I made a little shim pack, and I put front and rear and pass on it to where I know it's which way they go, which shim goes on which side. Because without that, then you're going to have like a super good front end alignment done. Caster, camber, camber, and everything. So, I'm going to move that, jack the car back up. I still can't get over my spring being broke. But, it happens. All this stuff right here will come off because I deleted my ABS as I did in the previous video. My ball joint's still really good. I don't know about the threads yet. They might be jacked, so I might have to put lower ball joints in this now. So, yeah, so gotta take that all apart. Then after I get that bottom one off and the upper part moved, it'll be on this jack stand, and I'll jack up the other side and start on it. No biggie though, it's pretty simple. Just a lot of parts. Ooh, that's on there. Well, my compressor's out of air. I need to put more air in my compressor. Alright, I'm going to get set up to take this off. I'll show you that. I'm going to move the upper control arm like I said. Then we'll get back to it. Okay, so what's happened is the bolt is actually seized into the bushing. I've been beating on it for a while now. And that's basically your only two options is to turn it a lot and beat it. It's only two options. Or if you have, you know, fat stack of cash, cut the control arm off and go order a new one. But big guy ain't got no money. Big guy uses whatever he can, so we're going back to turning it to try and break it free. You can actually hear the bearing in there turning. It ain't free yet. I'm trying. So, hopefully I can get it out. But I'll show you after I do get it out, because I am going to get it out one way or another. I got it out. It took forever to get out, but I got it. I just got to pop the bolt out the rest of the way. That's going to be fun by itself, but I got it. It was a pain. The other one literally just fell out after I unbolted it, so now I just gotta pop it off and this side's done. I just gotta do the other side. Yay. Now you can see why it was seized for. Look at all that. Well, it looks like red clay, but it's rust. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to replace that bolt and the nut. But now, this should pop right out of there. Should and will is two different things, but should. Let's pry it out of there too, I'd say. See if I can find my pry bar. Oh, right. See if I can pry this. See. Just can't pry that out of there. Well, that side's disassembled. Now, gotta do the other side. Whew, after I clean up that mess on the ground, let's take a look here. There you go. Strip down. Everything's off of it. Well, except for them back supports. I still gotta take them off right there. Right there. Let me see if we can. Yeah, right there. Right there. That support. I gotta take them off. Both sides too, so that'll be the last thing I take off right there anyway, so I'm gonna take it off and I'm gonna jack up the other side and start on it. So this one's basically stripped, but now I have to get the motor mount off and the support back here. Already did those. That one's gone. Motor mount's already off. And these are fun because the only way to get to them is through these little holes they have on the frame, like this one right here. Let me see if we can get this one right here, and through the lower control arm mount on the bottom to get to those. So basically it's sticking your hands in places you don't want it to be to pull that thing off. So I want to pull off motor mount in that bracket, and then the frame will be completely stripped. Yeah. Then wire brush everything. Then I'm gonna probably make a paint line, that's what I want to call it, a line where the paint's gonna stop, which is gonna be right about here. So all this is gonna be that 90% gloss black, and everything else is going to be undercoat like that is. But that's all I gotta do. All that's gotta be clean. Get it nice, gotta prime it, gotta paint it, and I'm going to probably bed line the bumper. So a lot going on. I have jack stands under it and blocks with 4x4s on it too for extra safety, because it was a lot looser than that earlier, but it's settled now. Alright, well, I'm going to strip that, then I'm going to start wire brushing. So it's fully stripped now. Everything's off that I want off. But besides wire brushing, there's some other things I'm going to do that I really looked at and didn't like. Some more places where they didn't weld up, I'm going to weld up. And I'm going to grind down some of the places where the welds are too high. Like in here, this stuff's going to be ground up, cleaned up. Over there, that stuff's got to be ground up, cleaned up, re-welded in some spots. Didn't look like it was getting it very good, but let's see. Yeah, see right there? It's going to be cleaned up. Probably those right there, they got a pretty good weld on them. But I think I'm going to hit them again in some spots just to double check. Anything basically that's not welded all the way, I'm going to weld all the way. And it's not going to be enough to do any kind of, warping to the frame, so you ain't got to worry about that. But then I'm going to try to get some paint soon, so that way I can prime it. I'm going to get some epoxy primer, as I said, and some 90% high impact black. You guys will see what I'm using when I get to it. Ain't really worried about, the brake lines or nothing like that. I can pop them off in 2 seconds right there. Tape them off, I ain't worried about them staying, silver. They can be black, I don't care. But all of it's got to be wire wheeled. Some spots might even have to be like hand sanded, like in here. I might have to see if I can't get something to where I can spray into them holes and do through the frame. Like down there, you can see all the way through. But it's done, and one thing that was kind of crazy to see is, I don't know if you can see that, but this thing has got a lot of flex in it, and I was surprised by that. You can see if I can't find a way to take the flex out of it somehow, but I'd say with the sway bar and everything, when it's bolted back together, 90% of the flex is out of it. So I can lift this thing almost, that's how much flex is in it. But I'll show you the wire brushing and everything. It's no big deal. little bit of B-roll. The welding's no biggie. A little bit of B-roll. I gotta pull them fuel lines through too, because this car still has gas in it, so don't want to burn it down. But that's about it. And I'm gonna, you know, tape off these right through here, and then this, all that's going to be bed liner. Then I'm gonna undercoat under there the rest of the way.
It's weird, it's very basic.
Alright, so I got this side almost done, wire brushed, and gonna have to sand it and wire brush it again because you can see there's some thick rust on it. But it's coming clean. What the real pain is the undercoat, which is back in them areas right here. And basically I torch it and then just scrape it off and then wire wheel it. But you can see how dirty it is right here. I mean, it's pretty dirty. It's just just regular dirt and just like thick rust, but it's not like mill scale style rust or anything. Still gotta figure out where to pull them lines out through. Must be back in the back. But it's coming along, and there's a lot to do. A lot of little cracks and crevices, and I've been grinding down like old pop welds that were sticking on there and stuff to make it smoother all around. Yep, now I gotta finish off the wire brushing. Gotta do the back side of the cross member, which is gonna suck, so I have to bend over that the whole time. Gotta do them sides, and the selector for the shifter, I guess is what you call it, a selector, whatever, back here, that's gonna come off too, because I plan on getting cable shift right there. Gotta take it off. Yep. Then just keep cleaning, and I'm probably gonna get some oven cleaner and go over it again, because that should cut off a lot of the grease, which I can't really call it grease. It's 25 years old and it's hard and it comes off the wire wheel, but just to be safe, I want to make sure. So I'm gonna finish it off and oven clean it, let it sit. Then all I have to do is start the priming. I'm gonna try to get a hold of that soon. See where I'm at.